Hi guys. This is only like my third time going live ever. So I'm sure I'll be working out a lot of kinks. I'm going to type in, thanks for joining me. Okay, I'm like triply nervous because I don't like how my other live streams turned out particularly. I've never done wet on wet oil painting. I just have this I don't even know.
Reese getting older. I'm so much more confident now.
I don't even know if it's a tutorial, but it's on YouTube. It's another painter who did something similar to what I want to do. So hopefully I can hack this. My friend's telling me I'm brave for doing this. I feel pretty terrified, so that probably means I'm doing something brave. So this is the tutorial. It's what's the guy's name? Something about DUSAN. Let me pause it and find out. It is Going Home DUSAN. Paintings by Dusan. I'm just going to dive in, I guess. So what I need to do is paint paint a background on there, which Bob Ross already had done always. I liked Bob Ross's style, so that's why I want to try this wet on wet. So I'm going to Google wet on wet oil painting. I need to see because I have this stuff called, it's a medium called Stand Oil. My mom is an oil painter too, and she gave me that a few years ago. And I think it might really help for wet on wet because it will keep it fluid longer. Applying a coat of liquid white. The one that I saw had black in the background. Wet on wet technique involves applying a coat of liquid white to a canvas before starting an oil painting. An artist will paint on the wet canvas to achieve brighter and smoother colors. I like that idea. I'm trying to make so this light's not shining right on your guys' face. Okay. Liquid white, fluid white, magic white. Bill Alexander and Bob Ross used it. It's an oil-based primer. Uh-oh. What's in it? It's not gesso, it says. I have gesso. This already has gesso on it, so I don't need to do that. And then liquid white. I'm waiting for some comments. Apply a film, not a coat, of your liquid white. I'm going to have to Google what's in liquid white. I never went to art school, guys. I'm supposed to use a very thin layer of it. Oh, half titanium white, which I don't have. I have zinc white and I have warm white. Oh, also, I want mine to be black, gray, and white. I think I should start with the darker color. So I'm going to need the black I want. And linseed oil. What's in this? You guys, I'm probably going to screw this up, but you know what? If I don't start, I'm going to talk myself. I've been talking myself out of this for 7 years. So what I'm going to do, I have the Kapal medium too. And I have this oil that I made from sunflower seeds this summer. I guess I could just experiment. I'm going to do the black one first. So I'm going to do a little. Can you see? Okay. A little stand oil or medium amount, I guess. I'd rather it be maybe too liquid than not enough because I could just let it dry if I have to. I didn't realize I was so unprepared. And then I'm going to put some of this, and this is just sunflower seed oil from these black, I'll have to look up the name of them and put it in there later, but these black sunflowers I was growing, you can still see some of the seeds in there. I'm going to put some of that on there. I like the texture of this, and also it'll be good for a dark color, I think, because it's got black from the seeds. I keep repeating myself. Okay, and I have a big brush, another big brush. I'll probably use this one for the first part. And I bought this today because a palette knife is what the guy is using in the tutorial that I'm going to try. This oil is going all over the place. Okay. I'm going to angle this down so I don't have to hold it up. Okay. I'm going to use some burnt umber. That's a nice color. This is a Williamsburg handmade oil color. Oh, it has linseed oil in it, you guys. Can you see that? It's probably reversed. And let's think. What does brown have in it? I think I'm going to add a little of this phthalo green. I feel like I need a bucket of paint thinner or whatever Bob Ross had. I have more respect for people, YouTubers who do lives now, because this is nerve-wracking. Let me try mixing those and see if, because I have like this dark blue, but I think I recently ran out of it that you can use to make like a blackish color. Okay, so I'm just mixing this on here. Yeah, good enough, good enough. I wonder if I can screen share. I could show you guys the actual, this is still pretty brown. I do like how the green is making it more blackish, I think. Oh, I have a straight black pigment I could put in here. I don't want to be mixing too many things though. Okay, let's see if I can do screen sharing. What's that? I'm looking at all my options here. Live chat. I can mute myself. Stream webcam. I'm probably going to cut out a lot of this later if I can, because I'm just kind of doing nothing. I was waiting for people to show up. Yeah, I can't screen share, but I'll have it pulled up on here. Okay. It is kind of brownish actually on the edge. So I'm going to use this brown. I guess you'll just get to see what it is as I do it. Oh, I'm painting my easel. Guys, I'm using this easel for your benefit so that you can see what I'm doing. I don't usually use an easel. This is fun. My neighbor just slammed their door. Okay. Oh, this is nice. By the way, I'm ambidextrous and I switch hands when I'm painting or doing just about anything, which is great when I get fatigued. Oh, I should probably tilt this up more. You probably can't even see what I'm doing. Let me go back to the... What the heck? Oh yeah, you can see. I'm looking at the painting or the reference photo. That's why I keep staring at the screen. This is a nice texture. Okay. Can you tell it's a window? The next thing I need is a bluish gray. Oh, I almost dumped that. And put some more stand oil. Oh, and then I can use a different brush for that. I invented a soap, you guys. I'm going to show it on here tonight that washes oil paint off because I have lung issues. I'm just pouring stand oil on here now. And I can't have paint thinners around me, around my lungs. So I invented something, a workaround, and it works really, really good. I'm going to use a little cobalt blue and a lot of gray and a little white. So when I used this stand oil before, it stayed wet for like at least a week. We'll see how long it stays wet this time, and maybe because my memory's not that good. I want to say it stayed wet for a month. I used it on my very first painting that I ever did, which I happen to have right here in oil. And my first oil painting as an adult anyway. And it made a nice sheen to it. But yeah, it stayed wet for a long time. The dog chewed on this. The Catahoula leopard hound we had. Okay, don't get distracted. Okay, a little gray. Medium amount of gray. French Ardois gray from the Williamsburg. I like this brand. This one, the one I already used was Utrecht Cobalt Blue Deep Hue. This one's guaranteed. And this one does not have linseed oil, so I'm glad that I got these Williamsburg. I'll use slightly more gray than blue. And let me just see if you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay. And oh, somebody's watching. Hi. Comment if you want. I'm excited to have, oh, this is a titanium white. It's unbleached. You can type things in the comment section and then I'll know who you are. It just says that one person's watching. And this also has, oh, this one has alkali refined walnut oil. This is What brand? M. Graham and Co. Blanc Show. Unbleached titanium. A little bit of this. Ooh, this is nice. I love this texture. Okay. Well, whoever's... Oh, there's two people here. Hi! I can't see who you are until you make a chat over here. Okay, I'm mixing gray, cobalt blue, and titanium white with some stand oil. I'm so excited that people are actually watching this. Oh, I have more blue than I want. I'm just laying down the background, and then I think the foreground should come together rather quickly. The tutorial that I found today, I showed at the beginning. I'll show it again really quick. This guy, his painting came together in 15 minutes, he said. So let's show like more of the finished product. I don't think mine will come together in 15 minutes, but I'll do what I can. So this color I want to be more gray. French Ardois gray. I've had some of these paints for 3 years. I've been gearing up to do this wet on wet oil painting technique like Bob Ross did, because he's so inspiring for me. Okay, I'm mixing this in now, and then I'm going to apply it. So if I'm staring at the screen really weirdly, I'm looking at my reference photo now, which I don't know how to share with you guys. But it's not popping up now. Oh, there it is. Okay. I decided to use some of this lighter blue for right here. It's a double paned window. The end result's going to be a surprise. Because something really important is actually happening in this reference photo. A historical event that you'll see. It'll come together. I'm confident. This is not laying down as smoothly as the brown did. I think I like this mix-in that I made. I'm going to use some of this. I made this with these black sunflower seeds that I grew. This black sunflower that I grew this summer. And it's really nice. I don't have linseed oil, which I'm supposed to be using. So I used the homemade stuff in here, and it just has a nice, oh yeah, it has a nice sheen to it, and it's so much more blendable. So after I lay these down, before I do the white, since I only own 2 large brushes like this, I'm gonna show you the soap that I invented that, and I'm gonna use it on these brushes to take off the oil paint. So I don't use paint thinner, I was saying. Probably before you guys joined the live stream. Okay. Lay this down. Yeah, it's a lot smoother that way. The thing that's so cool about this wet on wet oil painting technique is it picks up. When I add colors on top, they're going to pick up what I laid down underneath. Some of those are really fun to watch. If you type in wet on wet oil painting technique, the coolest things pop out sometimes when they're doing like waterfalls and such. Okay, we're getting there. This is really thick. All right, I gotta concentrate. I'm too worried about what's going on with you guys, and I'm hoping nobody's quitting while I'm looking at this reference photo. It's all right. When I watch live streams, I kind of pop in and out. They can get boring sometimes. But thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. This is like a holding myself accountable to actually start this art deal. And I posted it on my Patreon and everything. My name on Patreon, if you want to look me up, is Just Me Elizabeth. Just Me Elizabeth. Okay. Next. Oh, somebody's texting me right now. Okay, next I'm going to add a lighter blue here. More lighter brown here, and then the inside's going to be white. I think for once I'm laying down the background correctly. It was a hard-learned lesson for me. I need to tighten this up so I don't have to hold the canvas down. Ugh, let me do that really quick. There's a little knob I can loosen back here. And clamp it down. Okay. I'm out of breath because I'm excited and nervous. All right. Next. Okay. I'm going to mix this green in with this brown. I'm going to add more stand oil. The background in this is actually shiny. This area is going to have something carved into it. So I need a little titanium white. Oh, good. That didn't get brown on it. Oh, yeah. You guys weren't here yet when I was showing this, but I bought this palette knife today because Bob Ross used ones like this. And in the tutorial that I'm going to be following, the guy does it pretty much all with a palette knife. That is a new technique for me. This is like extremely groundbreaking for me. Oh, I like the ombre on that. Let's see what happens. I'll lay this down and it's going to go to about here. That's an interesting color. I'm like afraid to cover the whole canvas, but that's kind of the point, is to just cover it all and then put in the details. That is not my normal technique. I usually lay down my focal point and then do the details around it, which is not proper, I know. Okay, more brown. French burnt umber from Williamsburg, which is made, these are made with linseed oil, I found out, which is good for the technique I'm using. And a little titanium white, and then this is probably the boring part right here. I hope it gets more interesting. Okay, some stand oil. Oh yeah, I want a lot because I want it to be shiny. And a little of my homemade. It's sunflower oil, and then it has the actual sunflower seeds in it. The idea I had behind it was it would be a little bit like a little of a thinner, and that's what I'm using it as, to make this more, I want to say supplicant. I don't think that's the word, but I make it more, what would you call this? Supple, movable, liquidy. Yes, this is doing what I want for once. Just cover it up, cover it up. Don't worry too much. Thank you for watching. I keep saying that. You're making me very happy by watching. Just being here, moral support. Okay. If you have seen, this is actually a famous reference photo that I'm using. It's a recent event. I don't like some of this. These are pieces of, I'm just going to try to pull them out. They're pieces of sunflower seed. It's the downside of making your own. Okay, this is going to have details in it. I don't think that will matter. This I want to be white. This I want to be a lighter steel gray with some blue in it. And mix that up. Now I'm going to use some zinc white, which might be a total mistake. Let's find out. I just need it to be a touch whiter. By the way, thanks Mom for this palette. And I bought my easel at Michael's. It's an adjustable wooden easel. And my canvas, I also bought at Michael's with my stimulus check. Ooh, that's the color I want. Oh, yeah. Okay. Honestly, you guys, this couldn't be going better for me. I hope it's going good for you. You can complain in the comments if it's not. That is really working out. I got to get brave and just lay this down. It's so hard for me to just cover the canvas and not pause for details yet. It's like a foreign concept for me. If you're a painter, let me know in the comments how you do it. If you like to always lay your background down first, or if you sometimes make exceptions to that rule. Oh, this is just going really well. Okay, now it's just about time to wash the brushes off. This needs to be, it's like a grayish, brownish. That might be too light, but I can mess with it later. Wow. I'm happy with that. All right, now I'm going to wash my brushes. This might be so boring for some of you, but I know some of you will be happy because I haven't talked about my invention of the soap that can wash off oil paint yet. And it's, for me, it's a breakthrough because I have lung issues. Sorry, I'm just adding a little paint right here. And paint thinners and solvents are not good when you catch pneumonia all the time and stuff like that. Bronchitis. My sink is actually clean because my caregiver was here from, shout out to Caleb, my caregiver. He was here from, what hours was he here? Sorry about the motion. 4 to 6:30-ish today. Okay, this soap I use so much. I only have a little scrap of a big chunk that started out like this. I better change this to live stream view because I can't even see what I'm showing you guys. Oh, cool. Let me move some stuff out of the way. So, there, is that better? Okay. This, I'm gonna call it Moon Soap, and it emulsifies. I'm gonna turn this water on to warm it up. You have to have pretty hot water, like 100 degrees or more, which would be, feels like a hot tub warmth or like a bath warmth, if you like hot baths. I hope you can still hear me okay. And, oh, somebody left. Only one person's watching. It needs to be about 100 degrees. And then you just rub this on here, and it abrades it and it emulsifies it. You can see it took it like right off of my fingers where it touched them. And it's really gentle on your skin. This is not a commercial for my soap. I just need to use it because I can't use solvents and I need these brushes clean. I'm going to go from being able to use brown to being able to use white. So it's just coming right off on here, like mud. And it just washes right off. It'll wash off of my hands, the sink, the brush. Normally, like what Bob Ross did and what some people will do is have a bucket of paint thinner, I guess, when they're doing wet on wet oil painting, and they'll just bang it around in there. And I kind of wish I could, but I can't because my lungs, I wouldn't be breathing well if I did that. You haven't used my inhaler and stuff. I'm just working this into the bristles. I got the idea for this soap because I was hand making soaps just for home use that didn't have the chemicals in them. Just for fun, something to learn in my crock pot when my kids were upper elementary school age. I had to keep myself entertained but be at home. And I started thinking, well, if we can get oils off of our skin and our hair, why couldn't we make soap that could get oil paint out of things? So that kind of rolled around in my head for a few years, and then I came up with something after I learned more about what goes into soaps. I was trying to make a really good dishwashing clothes cleaning soap for like if you spilled cooking oil on your clothes. I feel like I'm washing someone's hair. Most of my brushes are not this big. This is a new thing for me. So it's really cheap to make. I don't know what I'll sell it for. I'm going to eventually hopefully patent this and sell it. Woo! Work out the kinks. I've let a few other artists use it and they've given me good feedback. Ooh, it's starting to feel good. It just feels like after you wash and condition your hair. Let me get my hands clean. Oh, the water's getting a little too hot. Where it stains them. The paint. So yeah, it cleans it off really quickly. People watch my ASMR dishwashing videos. This is my brush washing video. So it emulsifies the oil. It traps it in little bubbles of soap. And that's how it gets it off of there. This does work really well for washing clothes, this same soap. Doesn't have baking soda in it. That was one thing I thought about putting in there at first. It's about done. Sorry if I bored you away. Oh, there's two people here again. Hi. Welcome to my live stream. I'm just washing brushes at the moment. Sometimes I leave them to soak in it. I think this might be my last round of scrubbing, and then I'm going to actually get back to the painting. We'll see. I don't want to make a too brownish of a white. My next color I'm laying down is white. I need to get in these inner bristles. This is just a dollar store paintbrush, but I did buy a more expensive, I think it's a 3-inch brush also for this special day that I've been waiting 7 years to do my wet on wet oil painting technique. Okay, this looks like the water's running clear. It feels nice. Now I'm just being OCD about it. All right. Let me this sliding down. Okay, let me just rinse this and pat it dry. That's the other thing about this soap. It leaves the brush conditioned enough that I found I can go right to painting again. Someone might be horrified by this, some professional artist. This brush is in better condition than when I bought it. So let me get a paper towel. Okay, I'm going to be brave and go for white now, because I don't want to make you guys wait around too long. Okay, for those of you who just got here, that's what I have so far. Not much. Ooh, it's shiny. I'm gonna go in, look at my reference painting again, or photo. Okay, grayish, white, some light blue. Oh, I might do white, light blue, white, gray. stand oil. I read about this technique today that it makes your colors more vibrant. That's one reason people like to use it. There's a white. This is a column in my reference photo. White up here. It's actually more of a cream color in my reference photo, but I am sure I can muddy it up later. Okay, I'm just getting this white laid down. And then white here for that column. And the blue. I think I should do the gray and then the blue. All right, the gray is down here, which looks like marble maybe to me. It might be cement in the reference painting, which I wanted to show you, but I don't know how to screen share yet. Once I learn, I'll probably be making gaming videos. Different audience. Oh, I mixed in some brown with the gray. Oh well. Perspective. I don't know. All right. Gray. And then blue. Light. Kind of starts out really whitish at the bottom. And then works its way up to a more of a light sky blue. Wait, what's it at the bottom? More white. Okay. I just hope I'm getting all my geometry right on this. I guess we'll find out soon enough. This zinc white is so stiff-bodied, if that's the term. Doesn't feel as helpful as the nice thinner brown I made earlier. Okay, now we can start working our way up with more and more blue in here. I'm using too small of a brush and I know it, but I'm afraid to overreach my bounds. Pick up these dark colors. First timer, if you can't tell. First time wet on wet oil painting. Feels too thick. I'll give you a hint. This is from an actual recent photo of a event that kind of rocked the world I don't want to give you too good of a hint. And you will recognize it by the time I get this section done. Once I start using this trusty palette knife to make a shape in here. Kind of wish I hadn't put my brush that I laid down this blue with in the sink, because it would have been handy right now. Okay, I'm getting in. I got to stick to the background first. Getting distracted by details. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for sticking with me here. Almost got this canvas covered. And then the real fun starts, I think. If it's a disaster, that could also be exciting, so I shouldn't worry too much. Future tripping, they call that. I'm going to start putting on this tutorial in the background. Hopefully I don't get copyright strikes. I did on one of my videos this week. Let's get the sound turned back up. My brush got brown on it. Yep, it's better. If you know a better way to make an ombre for a sky, leave me a message. I'm just learning. Going by the seat of my pants here, guys. I kind of like that this is looking a little ominous because the picture may or may not be a little ominous when we're done, depending on what you think about it. I'll let you form your own opinions there. Good enough? Good enough, good enough. All right. Let's see how he does this. I gotta lay in the colors now, guys. My background is pretty well covered. So he starts out with a black background, just a plain black background, I think. Okay, and then he lays with his palette knife, he lays in some of the bright colors. I could have saved myself some time by doing it that way. Okay, so here we go. I'm getting this dirty for the first time with some unbleached titanium white. I like how these main colors are already on here so I can blend with them. Ooh. I've never really painted with a palette knife. I feel like I'm wasting less paint because with the paintbrush, it gets all up in the bristles. My technique needs some work. Well, I'll do the best I can for today. This makes it very geometric. I'm looking at angles and how many inches I think something is down. Okay, now for some Winsor and Newton Winton oil color. This is zinc white. Big old thing is zinc white. Gonna blend these two. So I'm just making some pillars. I'm making a ceiling that goes out and the pillars that come down. I'm feeling right-handed today. It's shakier than my other one. So out of this, is going to come a pillar out of this ceiling. Whoa, I love the texture of this. Why was I so scared to do this for so many years? The only thing is, it's probably like spackling a wall. I don't know how to get it really smooth and even. All right, there are 3 pillars over here and 2 here. And I've got That one's kind of framed in. There's the bottom of it. Nice. Running out of my white. This is exciting. It's a whole different kind of painting than I'm used to. Usually I'm in there with the brushes for, seriously, sometimes my paintings take me years. I'm not kidding. And I'm getting in there with every nitty gritty detail. Wow, this is opening up a whole new world of thinking about painting to me. Okay. So he laid down his lightest colors. He's putting in upper perspective lines. I'm definitely gonna have to rewind. Ooh, that didn't go so well. Okay. Now, a little brown mixed in. My hands are shaking. adding some gray. Things are in my way of my follow through. That's annoying me. There we go. This is hard, you guys. I'm feeling sleepy. Okay, I'm gonna add lines in the tile out here. Or, yeah, I think they're marble tiles. The photo. Perfect. Oh, there's little diamonds in it. Right at the tip of this diamond, there's a guy's foot. Right. Actually, right here. Now I can use my smaller brushes. I feel good about using these. A boot. Oh, yeah. There's one. These lines really help, actually. There's one coming up here, and there's one flat. There. And this guy looks like he's walking fast. I would be too, once you realize what this picture is of. I would be for sure in his position. Okay, this front leg just comes up all the way. And then the back leg. They've got a really narrow angle between them right here. I'm gonna change the music. This guy can be muted. Okay, I'll worry about that in a minute. Let me get my music going. Found some good Mardi Gras music today. Dumb Stuff Funk. Dancing to the Truth. This guy is on high alert. His head is on a swivel. He's probably carrying a gun, not in his hand. It looks like he's got his hand ready right here. And there's another guy leaning against this. This is a pillar. Well, he's not quite I think he might be leaning. I can't tell. And he's got his outfit's more green. Slightly. This is Winsor and Newton Galleria Phthalo Green. And this guy, he's definitely got a gun. And he's got a mask on. I'm trying to figure out where he is. Okay, his upper back is here. Oh, my music ended. What else do we got? I'm really happy with how this is turning out so far, the painting.
I've been searching the land. I go far and I go wide, but I'll never touch the hay or the fence so right, like a true man.
All right, and there's shadows coming across that make it really interesting.
I have shared this heart with those before, but no one ever know how. Hold it like they should, like the moonlight up the night. It's your love that sets me right. Oh, 'cause you're a true and natural man. And I'm gonna love you, darling, just as long as I can. 'Cause you're the one original, God's master plan. You are my true and natural man. Oh, you are my true and natural man. Like a cypress tree, waiting for its time. Take the brunt of the storm to protect the shoreline, where the storms may come and go. But with you, I will always know. Oh, to my true and natural man. And I'm gonna love you, darling, just as long as I can. 'Cause you're the one original.
It's funny how the shadows really make things stand out so you can see what's going on. Natural man, and I'm gonna love you, darling, just as long as I can. 'Cause you're the one original, God's master plan. You are my true and natural man. Oh, you are my true and These shadows really get to me because the essence of this painting is like the unknown of what's going to happen next. Something is about to happen. Actually, something did happen. That's a little hint if you haven't already figured it out. You'll know by the end what it is. What's this? Always by Sun Hotel.
Someone else lives here. I don't see it all that way. Taking off my clothes in the middle of the day. I see it calm and I see it smooth. I think that I would leave Jacksonville too. I see mannequins dressed like you, cutting off your hair just to skip something smooth. Looks just like other men inside your bed, spending the whole day at the beach instead. I see it all the way that I can. I see it all the way I can.
Okay, time for that palette knife again. Things are going to get intense over here. My computer went to sleep. Oh, I messed that up. I do like how I can like add and subtract to the painting, like Bob Ross would do. It is easier to correct things this way.
You see that man with all the money? He's holding all the strings of fate. With hungry people, they eat and bread. They wanna burn it down. They're looking for a little taste. This is a neighborhood watch. you say y'all seem so empty. You dig yourself in a big grave. If you want torches, we got plenty. Yeah, we got to run around, have a little night parade. Cause it's a neighborhood watch me. And it's a neighborhood watch me. Well, it's a fire on Esplanade. Well, it's a fire on Esplanade.
Okay, I'm just gonna turn off music for a while because I'm not feeling this. All right. Oh, there's 3 people watching. Hello. Oh, let's see. Hi, Erin. And Tara. And Deanne. Hi, guys. I'm glad you came to watch. Do you recognize what it is? All of you would know this. I really wish I could share my screen with you. Thank you for supporting me, ladies. I appreciate you. Probably if I paint this area in, you'll know exactly. This is what made me realize what it was. Is this, it's like a carving in here. Okay, there's a circle here, but it's at an angle because we're looking out a window. Let me see what you guys are saying on here. You guys are so encouraging. Just making sure you didn't have any questions. Okay, right about here. This caught my attention when I first saw this picture. And I saw it. It's a AP photo, a news photo. A recent event. Okay. One that comes across from here. Yeah, that caught my attention when I first saw it. And then I need some actual black. I'm mixing mediums. Don't tell anybody. This is hard to paint emotionally and technique wise. But you can tell that you're looking out through a window. I'm going to make some darker brown, brownish gray. Oh, I do have black. Okay, this'll help. Where was I? Over here. Because I started doing this person's head over here in this carving. And I didn't have black. I'm going to zoom in to see if they even show the person's face. No. It is shrouded in the dark. This guy definitely has a gun. Okay. I don't know if this photo is etched on anyone else's mind like it is on mine, but this is definitely a world-altering event that was going on. So this is a robed figure that's hand is like this. There's something else, someone else kneeling, and their hand is like out begging or something. I don't know if you'd call this a fresco, it's a carving. Let me see how this looks on camera. Yeah, it's not really coming out though. But I will keep working on that because that's an interesting part of the photo. There's a whole carving here. There's carvings here. This is going to be broken glass. There's guards here. Good night, Erin. Thank you. Oh, that's funny, Deanne. You're out of black. Yeah, I don't think oh, well, I have a tiny bit of black. But yeah, I don't generally own black. If it's just you and me right now, Deanne, I should put on some world music. If everybody else went to bed. Because we both like that. Let's see what we got. Oh, I found a good band, actually. But there are a couple other people here. They might like to hear about it. Let me look in my history real quick. So this is my first wet on wet oil painting, guys, for you who are just joining. And I bought a palette knife especially for the occasion. I am no Bob Ross. I don't know what to say. He always kept the monologue going. Okay, history. I'm looking for this musician that I just found today because I found out that there are gypsies in Tajikistan or Tajikistan, however you say that. Here we go. There's Roma people there, but they call them Luya. I think. Nope, that's not it. Sorry, I thought this would be faster. View. Okay, recent history. I see there's a museum in Poland that had an exhibit about gypsies. Gypsy exhibition at the Ethnographic Museum in Poland. Oh, here it is. Oh, no. That's not it. Sorry. Oh, I have to go back further. I went to a lot of places today online. I was in such a bad mood because of the snow. I don't know about the rest of you guys. Okay. Roma caravans. Ponte Bondi. Roma camp. Oh, I'm getting close. Balcony players. Music. Balconyplayers.com. They have a really cool website if you want to check it out. Oh, they have something called Cycling in the Rain. Let me turn my sound up. I don't hear it. Huh. Budapest Ufshakti Maim. Chasing the Clowns. Maybe if you go on your computer, you can listen to them. They have little movies on there too, which I think oh yeah, here's live on stages around the world. I'll just play that. Oh, I know what's wrong. I muted this. Here we go. I'm part gypsy for those of you who are watching and didn't know that. For real. That's not a joke. I know people joke about that. Zinc white and some unbleached titanium white. To make more cracks in the glass. Gray from my paint by numbers kit I did my tiger from. There's a mess of gray in here. It is really amazing with this technique. Bob Ross was always talking about how if you make a mistake, you can just go back and correct it easily. It is easier with this wet background laid down to do that. I think I laid this down too thick right here, and it's gonna have to dry some more. Okay. back to the tutorial. So if you weren't here at the beginning, keep repeating the tutorial. The painter's channel is called Paintings by Dusan, D-U-S-A-N. This one's called In the Rain. I'm not doing his exact painting, but I liked his use of light. So he dapples it a little bit. So I'm going to try that. And I'm going to go back to see how he did it. Looks to me like he's just adding in chunks of light here and there. It's working. Huh. I always think I have to be more precise than I really do. There's a million little cracks in this area of the painting. Did you figure out what it is yet? Let me check the comments. Ooh. Dion says, I like how suggestive the lines are. I think your mind fills in the lines. Oh! Yeah, it looks different on camera. She loves the highlight top left. Yeah. Oh, I'm really happy for a first time of how this is going. I think I'm just going to work on little details, so stay with me if you can, and if I bore you to sleep, then that's probably a good thing too, right? I'm going to zoom in on my screen to little areas and just work on making them more real looking. This was really incredibly difficult for me to work up the nerve to do this. So thanks. I really do appreciate you being here watching me, those of you that are. It means the world to me. My friend and I went over how I was going to do this earlier today, and we decided it'd be cool to make it more of a, what we were calling a mosaic style. I have another piece of art. I don't know who all is watching now, but you might have seen it before. It's a collaboration I did with my mom, because she's also an oil painter, and she did a realistic portrait, and I added a mosaic to it. I might pull it out, but I don't think I know exactly where it is. So I'm gonna make these little lines for now. I feel like God blessed me on this setup because it wasn't difficult to decide where to put things. God definitely blessed me with a good new caregiver who's also an artist that encouraged me in this. And he helped me get my easel ready because it was stuck. I had never expanded it this much. It's got like bars behind here and little things you can screw, and it was kind of stuck together because I had used it to store resins, and also I had done some resin work on here, paintings. Okay. There's going to be more detail in there. I'm going to try to grab that mosaic really quick. Stretch my legs. Here it is. All of the realistic parts are hers. And the surreal parts are mine. Now that I'm looking at this, everything kind of leans towards the center. So these lines are too vertical. Yeah. There. That makes the guy's stance make more sense. So this is a scene from when the White House was, I don't know what the word is. Fill that blank in yourself. We all know something happened in the US Capitol not too long ago. Let's see if I can find the actual photo on here for you while I'm waiting for the paint to dry a little bit. I didn't have to go looking for it. It popped up in my news feed one day. An interesting moment in world history that will live on, I'm sure. If I type in AP rooters, it might find it. And type in aftermath too. It's not popping up. This is the Bing search engine that was installed on the Fire tablet that my friend gave me. I greatly appreciate this tablet, but I don't like Bing that much. Oh, well, there's a similar. Not quite as cool photo, if you can call it cool. Yeah, I don't see that photo. But you get the gist. Ooh, they broke a podium, it looks like. Is that an iced tea? A lot of this stuff was so... Oh, they left a sign that said treason. I don't know if I want to give my opinions too much on this. We all have our own. All right, back to the painting. I'll give my opinion on it on PocketNet. Find me on PocketNet and I'll get... I think if I know who's watching right now, I think you all know my opinion on this. Maybe on this, since it's so thick, I can do the inner parts of the carvings. Oh yeah, I'm zooming in on it. I really do like that about this technique. It's usually hard to make something look that 3D. For me, maybe not for you. I shouldn't assume. Wow, there's a face coming out. Right here. A carving. use some of this brown while it's on my brush. Do the shading. Well, I'm getting either sleepy or bored. I can't tell the difference. Probably sleepy. So I might put this on hold, especially because it's getting to be kind of a... I wanted to say a sloppy mess. Not really. Actually, though, I realized I'm actually going to put on a little bit of real Bob Ross here, and because I have some landscaping and some happy little trees to put in the background. I think I see the Lincoln Monument there. I could put that part in at the end. All right, let me find some Bob Ross. I love that we have the same last name now. Okay, Island in the Wilderness. He's got some dark trees back here. Definitely getting a copyright strike for this. Look at that.
From the outside in.
Okay, I've got all that down, Bob.
Outside in. It is right there.
There we go.
Just make a line, take the corner.
Oh, he's got a fan brush.
Make another.
See, the things I don't think of.
There it goes. It's easier to do them fast than it is slow, though. Here they come. Just sort of back and forth. I had a lady in class one time told me it was like making Z's, the letter Z. She called them Z trees. So I
Z.
guess that's
That's what I call my son, Zeke.
from the center out. The center of the tree should be the thickest, darkest, strongest part of the tree. Because you have leaves on the back, you have a trunk in the middle, and you have leaves on this side. We'll have one more in there. There we go. I have a little family of trees. You know, if you've painted with me before, I think everybody should have a friend. Even a tree. Even a tree needs a friend.
Okay, my
If you
tree's
want
gonna
to
have a
reflect those,
friend.
Just pop in some general indications of where they are. No big deal. See? Because we don't make mistakes here. We have happy accidents.
Oh, that's what he calls them.
Very
Happy
quickly, you love to
accidents.
work with anything that happens. Take the big brush, pull down, straight down once again, and then go across. And we have instant
Ooh,
reflections.
I don't need any
I'm just
reflections.
using the
But
same fan brush. It has that color we made the tree out of it. I go through cad yellow and a little yellow ochre. Immediately we have green. There we are. Let's go up in here. And we can take that green. Let's go back and put some highlights on our little evergreen trees. There they go. All right, this little tree here. He's saying, don't leave me out. I need some dew.
yeah, they both need
There we are.
leaves. Oh, wait.
Here we are.
Mine aren't gonna have leaves because it's
Now,
winter.
put a little liquid white right on that same brush.
They both need
Because I want to
branches.
lighten the color and make it a little thinner. A thin paint will stick to a thick paint. We mix them back up again. Let's go back up here.
I love the way he
And we can
mixes
just
his
take this
paint.
brush and let's just pop in the indication of some little bushes that live down here, right down in his little foots. Something about like that. How's that? That looks like a little island. Let's put some dirt there. Just take some white, a little dark sienna, mix them together, cut off a little roll of paint. Let's go up in here. And we'll take this and we just put the indication here. A little bit of soil, some dirt, some kind. Gotta have a place if this is a little island for all this to sit on. All right. See there? All there is to it. Okay. All right, we gotta figure out something to do on the other side now. Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun.
Okay, Bob.
You know, if you've painted with me before, I like old big trees. Let's take a little bit of that color right there. Let's go right up in here. This is your bravery test. Take the corner of the old
I feel like I am on a bravery test. Oh, my battery's running low. That's another good indicator. Okay, there's a skyline back here.
Big old tree. But he's a nice tree. There he is.
And then a bunch of little
Brush
trees.
going. Tell you what, maybe let's do something.
Okay,
about
Bob, I'm gonna
this.
be brave.
And we'll just tap in all kinds of little bushy looking areas.
I'm gonna put some bushy looking areas.
How far it goes, how tall is it, how short is it, fat, skinny,
Ooh,
in between. It's your world. And in your world, you make all the decisions.
wow.
All the decisions. There we are.
I don't know if I'm that brave yet,
So
Bob.
we're just putting some dark in here. So later
Making
on,
all my
our
own
light color will
decisions.
show. We'll just grab whoops. Grab another. There's a
He
fan
dropped a
brush right there.
paintbrush.
Take a little white. A little bit of the dark sienna. Just want to make the indication here. Maybe a little tree trunk. Maybe a little more dark sienna. That's nice. Okay. And right here. Just want some indications. I want to put some happy little leaves on there. So we're going to cover most of those up. Most of them won't show. We'll go right into that. Get a little
I
satin
love
green.
Bob Ross's
Yellow.
attitude.
We'll just put it right on his 2-inch
Anybody
brush.
else?
Give a little push. Good shot there. You can see that well.
Love his attitude.
Let's go up in here.
All right. It looks in the picture like this guy is looking right at a tree, so I'm gonna try to put it
Use
there.
just the corner of the brush. Just the corner of the brush. There we go. See? All there is to it.
You might be thinking
Just
about happy
about
little
that
trees.
shape and form. Drop these little rascals in wherever you want them. Wherever. You really are the creator on this piece of canvas. You can do anything. You can move rivers, mountains.
What?
Create any illusion that you want here.
Yeah, illusion.
When I go home, the only power I have is over the garbage. I can take it to
Bob.
the street all by myself. But here, I can do anything. Absolutely.
I don't know if you can hear him, but he said when he gets home, all he has power over is the garbage when he can take it out.
Tell you what. Let's get crazy. You know me. If you've painted with me before, I like big trees, and we have one living in our world. Right there. There he comes. We should have done this with a 2-inch brush. It'd been a lot faster. There we go. Just drop it in.
These trees look sad.
All right.
They need some shading on them.
Well, I said big tree. I wasn't kidding. This is a monster tree. Huge tree. And you could have done it with a 2-inch brush just as easy, but much quicker. I like the old fan brush. It gives you a little more detail. Here we go with my small.
Maybe they don't look happy because I'm not using a fan brush.
There. Okay, just drop it in. All we're doing once again is putting in the background color. You could put this in with a.
Okay, real quick before my computer dies. That reminded me, my neighbor reminded me to use a fan brush for my evergreens in my latest painting.
With some nice highlights. Here's a little brown and white. We're going to put the indication just here and there of a trunk. Just what you can see here and there. There. You don't see it all.
In case you
because have
haven't seen
leaves
the
on this side. We go back to our little fan brush.
Northern
Go right
Lights
through
one.
the cad yellow ochre. We'll load some color into it. Let's go
All right,
back up in
guys.
here.
Good night.
Let's put
Thanks for
a
watching.
highlight or two on here. Evergreens are normally darker